All right, Chris, let's prop this thing up right here. Let's make sure it's recording. It is recording. Hello. All right, I'm here with Mr. Chris Bolt at the secret location that we've never been willing to reveal before, where DeviantArt has been hosted for the past 13 years. We're at 818 7th Street in downtown Los Angeles. And today is the reason we can reveal the location is because DeviantArt is officially on the cloud. It's at Amazon
Web Services.
AWS, like completely transitioned. So we've been having some hiccups on the site, very few, but we made the full transition. It's been a brilliant, very long project that Chris Bolt has led and completed. Today we spent the day taking everything apart. We're talking about, you know, years and years of legacy with the servers. How many servers did we have in here, Chris?
Roughly 250, 300 or so.
Yeah, so a bunch of pizza boxes, and they were all lit up and you know, running DeviantArt for all these years. So you're looking at web servers, image servers, you know, database servers, all the stuff. There's, you know, for any of the hardware geeks out there, we're opening drawers and there's, like, you know, mountains of, like, you know, flash drives, you know, solid state drives, memory, you know, all this cool stuff. Chris and I, in the very early days, were the first two employees of DeviantArt. We were the first two people to work full time, and it was funny because as the CEO, everybody would always say, "Oh my God, you run DeviantArt! It's gonna be so amazing." I'm like, dude, it's a lot like hanging out in a gray room all the time. And so I was smart hands for Mr. Smarty Pants over here. I was just Chris was still living in Canada, and I was here in LA, and I was the smart hand. So I'd have my neck like crooked like this, and I'd be typing for Chris Bolt, whatever he would tell me to put into the damn machine, so that we could get stuff done. This room right here is pretty cool. Same room from way back. This coffee machine saved our lives many times over the years. They didn't always have that Arcade Legends machine. That's pretty cool. They didn't even have a snack machine or these customer kiosks. So this was survival for many years. 13 years in this colo, something like that. 13. It used to be Hana Pacific. It became Equinix at some point. You know, I don't know what we should say for this crazy occasion. I know that we have a bunch of photos and stuff that we took that we could share of the servers being taken down and that fun stuff. But many iterations, many moves, many sessions where Chris and I were here for like 60 hours straight, keeping the site online or having it be offline. There was a scene that was hilarious. You know, Sasha, our VP of engineering, is Russian, and there was he's got this thick Russian accent, and so there was this time I remember when you know, we were making a major transition and we were having all these problems, and there was, like, you know, 45 hours into it, and he stood there with the two cables and he was like, "This is awful." You remember that moment? And a million other stories like that. I mean, I have to say, this has not been the most fun place to come hang out. I think we dread it a little bit. I think we hate it a little bit. I think, you know, we really came down here to kind of go a little office space on the stuff, you know?
Oh yeah.
So we have, right now, I think there's like piles of servers downstairs that are being put into a truck. We're, I guess, auctioning off the old hardware, trying to see what we can salvage, because we're completely off of our own co-location. How's it feel, Chris Bolt?
Wonderful.
Wonderful?
It's a long time coming.
Yeah. So, at which point was it no longer viable for us to be kind of on our own, doing our own thing? We could probably still save a little bit of money, but we've switched to AWS because...
Well, basically, like, once we get to a certain scale, we have so much stuff that we need Amazon's just spare capacity to be able to crunch through stuff. Like, whenever we want to add a new thumbnail size or do really big changes to, like, every file that anyone's ever uploaded.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just one of the many.
So we want to change thumbnail sizes so we can just spin up 1,000 servers, process that stuff really quickly, make a copy, save it, and then, you know, and we couldn't do that before. Before we had the infrastructure that we had.
Before we add when we add a new thumbnail size, it would take 3 months, maybe longer than that, I think. Like, and we'd have to plan getting extra servers to be able to just store all those thumbnails, and now you just do it and move it a lot faster.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, rest in peace, Vihana Pacific, Equinix, 8187 7th Street. We're done with you forever. Chris, it's been a great ride doing this stuff with you. I think you know, I've been dumb hands. I haven't even been smart hands. I've been dumb hands. But you know, it's been a lot of effort. I mean, it's amazing how many revisions and how much you know, time you can end up spending, like solving problems, just installing like all the hardware that would arrive, and how carefully we would place it into the colo, and like we take everything out of boxes and we just treated it like they were gems, and now we just ripped it all apart and they were just like, rah, get the hell out of here, you're fucking, you know. So it's been awesome, but time for the next chapter. Way more fun being on AWS, right?
Yeah.
Killer. All right, man. Thank you. Another day in the history books, folks. Another day in the history books.